Happy New Year! I'm Lily. Thanks for visiting my channel. Are you ready to talk about risk-taking? I'm going to show you for the next minute or two about a risk I decided not to take and why not to take it, and a risk that I did take and how it thankfully turned out okay. And why am I talking about this? Well, because it's the new year, and as a life coach, I know that people are trying to make changes in the new year. They usually give themselves 3 months before they quit or they hire somebody. I actually help with marketing with independent business owners. I just use my life coaching skills for that. But I'm also giving a seminar with 7 other people on, well, they have their own topics, but I'm talking about risk-taking at the end of January for Power Talk seminars. This is my way of preparing myself for how I'm going to present that topic. I was thinking, okay, well, what risks have I taken lately? So come along with me, and thanks for tuning in. You'll see the street in a moment. Here is the scenario I was going to talk with you about risk-taking. This is Cedar Lake Road in St. Louis Park, close to where Norm and I live, and it's a lovely crosswalk here. Well, technically, by law, I could go across there at any time and should not be flattened out like a pancake, right? Well, guess what I have found out? That, for the most part, cars don't give a damn that there are people going in the crosswalk. So, apparently, though, the police officer, well, obviously a police officer would stop, thankfully. I was like, no, I'm videoing this. So I just don't understand what it is, but I have decided that this is not a risk I'm willing to take about crossing this crosswalk, because I do not want to be flattened like a pancake when people don't respond to it. Even if they see you're crossing, okay, one of the crosswalks, one of them people will respect, and that's the one closest to the other side of the street. The other thing is, I swear I can't tell where I'm supposed to look, sorry. The other thing is, I don't have the agility, I don't have the flexibility, the feet to be going across the street if I'm not sure that I'm going to slide on my butt, especially this time of year. So that's just a physical impairment I feel that I currently have. Some other people who know they could race across with no problem would probably have the guts to. But I currently don't, so since I don't do that, why would I risk my life, okay? And I don't want to get someone else on camera here. So, the point being that if you don't have the resources for doing said risk, then don't take it. Who cares if the law allows you to? In this case, my body probably would not let me without tripping, and I don't want to be flattened like a pancake. Now on to the next risk that I actually did take, because I felt like I had all the resources I needed. Oh my god, my hands are freezing. Where's my glove? Just a moment. Yes, I did contact City of St. Louis Park to ask them to maybe light up the signs that would alert the drivers that there is a crosswalk there. No one has responded to me, which tells me that I have probably emailed the wrong department. City Public Works, I don't know where I did, but if you know, comment below who I'm supposed to email so that we could get some lights out so people actually see that it's a crosswalk and do something about it, like slow down when they have pedestrians going across. The second risk I took was snowshoeing to work about 2 weeks ago. This was so fun. Now, I would have shown you now to illustrate it, but there is no snow on the ground. Well, should we say no fresh snow on the ground. But the risk was just that maybe I wouldn't get to work on time, or I couldn't get my shoes on. But it was an okay risk to take. Now, full disclosure here, I was late to work, which I could have totally avoided had I used my resources, namely my watch and my sense of time. Oh god, how embarrassing. But I've got ADHD and I just love taking risks or making changes, and I thought, fresh, powdery snow, so fun. And it was really a blast. It was a much easier way to get to work when there was a snowfall the night before. It's just incredible. It took me forever to find out how to use this, but I buckled myself in. I was like 10 minutes late, but I called my boss when I knew that I was going to be late, so that part, thank God. Even more embarrassingly though, I only live, 8 walking minutes away from work, and I was still late. Anyhow, that's a more calculated risk that I was willing to take, and it was worthwhile because it was outdoors. I hadn't done it in, well, almost a year. So, thanks to Ilona, my newest subscriber, and I put her video in the corner for everyone to be able to click on it. And now for a risk I need help with, okay? Okay, let me share with you a risk I am scared to take. See this earring? This is from my cousin who just passed away. It is hooked on, or shall we say, let me just show you something else. This hook part is what goes into my ear, although it's impossible to get it out. So I'm trying to think of what jeweler in the Twin Cities area in Minnesota would be able to maybe melt it so that the curvy part is more like an easy to use hook. Because I don't want to wreck it. I mean, she wore this her entire life, my cousin did, until she died. So I treasure this. It just is impossible to put in my ear. So if you do happen to know somebody who is a great jeweler in Twin Cities area in Minnesota, please let me know, comment below, and I will acknowledge you in my next video. Tune in next week for another edition on risk-taking. Tell me what risk you're working on taking, since you got goals you want to achieve this year or 2023, and it takes changing things and taking risks in order to do something different. I mean, we all know that. Woohoo! It's going to be a fantastic year, and can't wait to do the seminar on this, okay? So from one risk taker to another, enjoy your evening or afternoon, whatever. Thanks for watching.